Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
I have unique individuals, two beautiful women who they're actually chefs, and it's Chef Jennifer Johnson and, and actually Serafina Palandech. Are you a chef also, or are you in charge of the Lavender farm?
Yes, I'm more of the farmer,
okay.
The brand builder. Yeah, not quite the chef over here.
She's the boss.
I see. She's your inspiration to do it. So I'm just going to, and we're going to be talking about infusing walnuts and almonds and dealing naturally with a health scare, moving to a lavender farm and working with the world's most expensive honey. But if we can take a second, was it you, Jennifer, that had cancer, or was it Serafina?
Unfortunately, it was me that was diagnosed with stage 2 thyroid cancer. So around the age of 50, I had a full thyroidectomy, and which isn't the most pleasant experience, especially when you're hitting menopause age as well. But I got through it, and I have a strong family and support, and I am, knock on wood, healthy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think, though, living the way you're living helped, and it sounds like you have created a very beautiful life. And why don't we talk about that? So first of all, I love lavender to begin with, and tell me what it takes to do a lavender farm, to be a farmer of lavender.
Well, honestly, this is Serafina. Honestly, it is one of the easiest crops to grow. So it's very, there's a lot of lavender farms in this particular region in Clackamas County, Oregon. The climate is perfect for it. And honestly, Anita, it's the simplest crop to grow. You put it in the ground and you trim it back twice a year, but it doesn't require any pesticides or additional watering. It's incredibly environmentally friendly. It certainly helps the bees, right?
Oh.
So it brings a lot more bees and honeybees to our property, which makes us really happy. So I highly recommend lavender farming, especially for those of us who do not have a green thumb like myself.
Okay. But let's go back to the bees for a second. So actually, I know that you're talking about Manuka honey. Is that the kind of honey bees that you have?
Manuka honey is actually from New Zealand.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yes, Manuka honey is from New Zealand, and we also use local honey from our friend's local lavender farm. So it's got wild flowers, lavender. It's all sorts of wonderfulness infused into this honey. But the Manuka honey is definitely it's really quite amazing. It's got antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant benefits. So it's definitely nothing to shake a stick at, for sure.
Yeah, it's super. So the Manuka honey one, I think it's fascinating. It's from bees that go to the Manuka plant, right? That only flowers, I believe, 2 weeks out of the year. So it's in this one very small little part of New Zealand where this one particular plant blooms that has these amazing medicinal qualities. The bees they all rush to it when it blooms, and then they make the honey from it. So that's why it's so special, is because it's very, it only happens once a year.
Can you taste the difference?
Yes, it's quite creamy, almost like a caramel consistency, to be honest. And we give it to our daughter when she has a sore throat, and it definitely seems to work.
Well, that's good. So now let's get into, were you always interested in cooking? Actually, Jennifer, is this something new
Myself,
for you?
I think I definitely loved using my hands. I loved eating, and I felt like it was kind of a natural marriage. I definitely had a little ADHD and dyslexia, so college wasn't really in the future for me. I went to cooking school in San Francisco in the late 80s, and then didn't really find my way yet. And then when I went to Chez Panisse, Alice Waters restaurant in Berkeley, that's when the the lights turned on for me, and it was just an amazing journey of learning about myself, food, farming, and sustainability, and all of the bells and whistles that we know today because of Alice Waters pushing that engine. Yeah.
Right. Well, it makes it really nice to see that you're not just doing, I'm sure you're a great chef, but what you're doing is working on some, I actually love almonds, walnuts. I do honey the same way that when I, put it in, or when I want something sweet, instead of getting candy or something, I just take a couple of spoons of honey.
Yeah, totally.
But let's talk about, so you have some actual products. You have roasted almonds, dark chocolate, and sea salt, and it's all infused with organic hemp extract. And you have, let's see, you have some stuff for dogs too. I'd like to hear about that.
Yeah, you want me to talk about the product first, Serafina, and then you want to talk about the dog treat, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So we picked nuts as our go-to. First, because I'm a chef, and secondly, because of the omega-3 fats in nuts that really are the perfect vehicle for hemp to absorb into your system and do what it needs to do. And so it was a very natural marriage. And then I really have done very little because there are two perfect ingredients, right? The nuts from our friend's farm in Maxwell, California, and then the hemp, the organic hemp that we have. And then just a little, for the chocolate, we use a wonderful chocolate from San Francisco, and dark chocolate, and it's got a bit of a crunchy coating, and then the lavender, which of course we have the lavender farm, so we incorporate the lavender into the almonds. And for our walnuts, I incorporate a sweet and spicy chili and organic sugar mixture, along with the hemp that we add after roasting the vegetables, after roasting the nuts.
Okay, well, so as I hear you, I'm a little curious about something. When you say, because I'm on a no-salt diet, why do you have to have sea salt in the dark chocolate?
I think it enhances the flavor.
Oh, is it?
And I'm a big fan. We both are. So there's not a lot in there. It's just a very small amount, just to kind of bring that flavor even more forward of the dark chocolate and the cacao powder. Yeah.
And the other question I have is lavender typically put into foods? I don't think I've tasted lavender. Have I?
You probably have. It's definitely from our French Francais friends, and they use lavender quite a bit to season meats and mustards. And we kind of bumped it up by adding it at Chez Panisse, we would add fresh thyme to roasted almonds, and I thought, how about we add our amazing lavender to roasted almonds? And it married very well. I really like the combination. It's not too much. I think too much can taste medicinal. So it's really just the perfect amount in there.
Okay.
Well, and I think that Anita's right, is that lavender as a flavor, taste profile, a culinary lavender is a relatively new taste profile. It's growing in popularity significantly. We see that. But it is new. And some folks don't really know what to expect, but it's a really mild, beautiful flavor.
All right, so how will I buy it? How will I buy this?
There are also health benefits to lavender, as we know. It's
really?
Absolutely. It's got a calming effect for sure. So with the hemp and the lavender, you got a good day ahead of you. For sure.
Well, wait. So tell me about how I'm going to buy it. I don't want to buy lavender, the lavender flowers. I want to buy it where I buy my spices, don't I?
Mhm. Yes, I think so.
So
absolutely.
Am I going to be able to find it in a jar?
You can find, I'm not sure what's going on in Florida as far as lavender goes, but it is abundant out here. So our friends sell it. We have it. We, use it ourselves. So, I think you can search online too and easily
You can
find.
definitely buy it on Amazon.
You can buy it on
Okay.
Amazon and plug in culinary lavender.
Okay.
not
Yeah, that's right. Cool.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
Yes.
do. So what would be the best kind of food I want to add it to? Not chicken? Do I want to add it to chicken?
Well, absolutely. It's so say rosemary chicken, which is very
I love that.
popular, right?
Yes.
So instead of adding the rosemary, add the lavender.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Try
Yeah.
that.
There's actually a really popular little French seasoning. Gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it's definitely got the lavender and thyme and rosemary all mixed in there.
Oh, the herbes de Provence?
Oh, yeah, herbes de Provence. Yes,
Yeah.
that's it. It's got lavender in it.
Oh, that's great. You know, something that was interesting that I spoke to your PR person, and it sounds like there's this wonderful angel investors organization that actually helped you.
So we have raised some capital. So the good news is that lots of folks are looking for. A lot of people want to find ways to naturally take hemp, naturally get good high protein snacks. So with that, we've needed to raise some capital for the business, and how we've done that is through a crowdfunding campaign, which means that crowdfunding is relatively new as a concept. It was legalized 2 years ago by the SEC. And what it means is that any person can invest in a business. So we are currently raising capital on a website called republic.co. So folks can go on to republic.co, search for A Boring Life, and see what we're doing.
Good.
Learn more about our company and the raise.
Right.
Yeah, be part of our team. Be part of our dynamic team.
Right. No, I was very impressed with your with the woman I spoke with who found you, and I looked on the site, and I'm very interested. I'm going to look into what I may need and stuff. It was really great to see both of you. So you're what are you going to do? So this is it's the line of products that you have. Are you going to be expanding into anything else?
Yeah, so absolutely. So, just as a quick background, what we did previously, basically started a company called Hip Chick Farms, which was an organic chicken company. We started that in 2013, and we took it into every grocery store in America. Right?
Really?
So I sold chicken nuggets on QVC. We sold them into Walmart, on Kroger, and Whole Foods everywhere.
Fabulous.
And then we sold that company. So now we've moved on to A Boring Life. We're just getting started with this product line, but we see that there's a huge opportunity and a huge potential. So today we're in about 100 grocery stores, but we anticipate having a huge launch into grocery stores across the country this year.
I can
There's a
see
huge
that.
demand for, there's a huge demand for products that just promote well-being naturally. We all have so much anxiety in today's world with everything going on, and folks are looking for natural ways to feel better.
Oh, absolutely. But let's get back. I don't think we talked about the dogs. We said something for dogs. Why don't you go into that product? I have a dog.
Yeah, so we have 5 dogs, which is a little embarrassing to say out loud. But we have a lot of dogs.
And three are hot dogs.
Yeah, dachshunds. So one of our dogs is really highly anxious, and we don't know why. He just is that way. So he's often hides in the corner. He will bite people. It's just, his quality of life is really affected by his anxiety. So we decided to make a product that we could give to our dog that has hemp in it to help with his anxiety. Right. It calms him down.
Good. That's fantastic.
It just calms him down just a little bit.
Yep. That's wonderful. Well, we have run out of time, but I have to tell you, both of you are really hip chicks. And I do I love talking to you, and I'm sure that maybe our paths will cross again. But thank you so much for taking the time. And
thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Take care.
And I'm going to find your products. Okay. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
More in life.
All right. Bye.
Bye.